In this video, we're going to practice factoring trinomials. And trinomial means an expression with three terms. We've already talked about that. And the forms we're going to look at usually can be represented this way: ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants. And there's two ways to do this. We can do it directly or we can do it by grouping. The direct way is good when the coefficient of x of x squared is 1, so when a equals 1. But is much more difficult when a is anything else. So that's how we'll do it. When it's 1, we'll do direct factoring, so when a equals 1. But in the next video, you'll see when a is something other than 1, we'll do factor by grouping. So when a is 1, so this means the term in front of the x squared is 1, we find two numbers that multiply to give c, so multiply to give c, and add to give b. We're going to rewrite the expression, replacing the x term by the sum of the numbers found in the first step. That's what you do if you're going to factor by grouping. Okay, if you're going to factor directly, we can just do two brackets. So for now, we're going to factor these directly, and then we'll do by grouping for the more difficult ones. So we have x squared, a is 1, so we're just going to do this directly by using two brackets. To get x squared, we need x and x. To get 2, and to add to give 3. So multiply two numbers that multiply to give 2, and add to give 3. Well, those have to be 2 and 1. Those are the only numbers that multiply to give 2. When we add them together, you get 3, because they both have to be positive, because positive times positive gives positive 2. 2x plus x is 3x. So our answer is right there. And that's the direct factoring of that. So let's look at the next two examples then. We're going to, again, because there's a 1 in front of the x squared, we're going to say that's x and x. How do we get negative 8? Well, we can use negative 8 and 1, positive 8 and negative 1, 4 and negative 2, negative 2 and 4. There's lots of options. We need to pick the one that gives us positive 7. So in this case, that's going to be positive 8 with negative 1. And that's a bracket there. So that's our answer. And this one then, we have x squared with a 1 in front, so that's going to be x in the first bracket, x in the second bracket. Because both signs are plus, that tells me both signs here are going to have to be plus. We need to multiply to get 25, and 25 can come from 5 and 5, or 1 and 25. That's it. It can be negative and negative, or positive and positive. We need to add to get 10, so 5 plus 5 is 10, so we're going to use 5 and 5. And that's our answer. So we'll stop this video here. It's a short one with only a couple of examples. There's hundreds of these in your book. I can give you hundreds more if you want more practice. I said it in the last video, I'll say it again, the better you are at doing these, the easier the rest of this unit is. So do get a bunch of practice, make sure you're getting them all right, and we'll see you in the next lesson where we'll start putting a different number in front of the x squared.